First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawad Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And I was planning on doing this. Thought about doing this lesson a couple of days ago, but it just came into my mind again. I happened to see something and it just, it just made just popped in my mind to do this lesson again. And it's about this movie right here. It's about this this Netflix show that's on called The Testament of Moses. Salakia. Hold on, Testament, the story of Moses. And it's a 3-part series that's on Netflix and is out. Now I just looked at the trailer for it. I haven't looked at the series itself, but it just made me think, man. Like, here go E again, always depicting the Israelites as so-called white people, That's what this damn devil is always doing. He's always sitting up here depicting the Israelites as so-called white people. He depicts God as a so-called pale-faced man. He depicts our big brother Yahushua as a pale-faced dude. He depicts the angels as pale-faced, That's what this damn devil has done. And here he is doing it with another movie. And what ended up happening is I ended up pulling up another movie too, as you see, the Ten Commandments. And this movie came out in 1956. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually like this movie. But when you look at the cast, take a look at the cast. Look at the cast. Let's go down the cast. Look at that. Look like all of them look like so-called white people. Look like Edomites. With the exception of a few. There's one down here, I think his name is Woody Strode. I'm trying to look for him. If I'm not mistaken, he was the only brother. Here it is, Woody Strode. He's the only brother that was cast in this show. But when you look at everybody else, white. And then they got this dude named Frank DeCova. Now, they got him depicted as an Indian in this movie. But here it is. That's what these damn devils do, man. Every movie that's about Israelites, they put their pale faces in them, And then there's another one that just totally pissed me off, Noah. Now, even though I ain't gonna lie, I think Russell Crowe is a Jake. I personally think Russell Crowe is a Jake. But when you look at the movie, guess what they have all the Israelites depicted as? Pale face. And this movie was totally off. This Noah movie was total garbage, But that's what this damn devil does. But the whole point of it is when I seen this the story of Moses, and I'm sitting up here looking. Now look at the people. There you go. Look at the people. Every one of them look like a so-called so-called white person. They Edomites. But that's what this damn devil does, man. And I just want to sit up here and say something on it. This wasn't meant to be made long. But like I said before, man, when you sit up here and look at what Esau does, man, he always making these last moves to sit up here and push his narrative, his bullshit, So with that, man, let me just grab a few scriptures, man. The first scripture I want to grab here was, and this is a scripture that we all know. Salakia, brothers. What is that? Job. I was looking for Job. Chapter 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Pursuant to... Matter of fact, I'll just get it and then I'll just come back to it. Pursuant to Malachi. What is it? Malachi 1 and verse 4. But we're going to read 3. This is Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have an indignation forever. So here it is, the Lord has an indignation forever, a pure hatred forever against Esau, Edom, who are the wicked of the Bible. They the sons of the wicked, you know. But here it is when they depict these movies like Noah, the Testament of Moses, the Ten Commandments. Who faces do you see? Pale flesh. And that's not who it is. That's not how these people looked, you know. But Esau Edom always pushing this bullshit ass narrative, you know. He want to show pale face angels, pale face God, pale face. You know they Cedric Borgier and who they call JC. You know, total BS. But and here's the thing, you know, and it says here it is, you know, it says what is that? Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. The Lord said, I hate Esau. Who's Esau? Well, if you go to sit up here and go to Genesis chapter 25, you'll understand that Esau is the twin brother. He's the twin brother of Jacob. And how did he come out? This is Genesis 25 and 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. You know, he came out red. And they called him Esau. And then what it says after that, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of his Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. So Isaac was 60 years old when Jacob and Esau was born. But you see it didn't describe what Jacob looked, because Jacob looked like everybody else. But it described totally how Esau looked. Esau was red, like a hairy garment. You know? So my thing is, how are you going to depict the Israelites as a so-called white man? A pale flesh with his blood that shows through his skin. You know, but that's what these damn devils do, man. That's what the fuck they do. You know? So here, I'm going to go back to Job. Just a whole bunch of bullshit, man. You know, here it is. They be bringing out these movies, man, to sit up here and paint a narrative because they want to push this narrative that, hey, you know, here it is. They know who the Israelites are. They see the brothers out here on the highways and byways. They still trying to push their narrative so they can sit up here to these motherfucking goddamn lower level Edomites who don't know shit to still believe in bullshit. But they're about to find out that who they believe in ain't who it is. You know, when Yahweh shall break them clouds, they're going to see a so-called black man. They ain't going to see no pale-faced dude. This Job 9 and 24 again. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And who's the judges? You know, the Israelite man, the 144,000. Who's going to be your judges, your governing body? You know, he's covering the faces of the judges. He's covering the face of the Israelite man, the so-called black man, the so-called black Hispanic and Native American. That's the faces who this damn devil is covering. You know, and you're gonna pay dearly for that bullshit. This motherfucker always like hiding who he is, but don't want to be the goddamn Edomites of the Bible. You know, but here it is. Look at the depictions. You know, testimony of a story of Moses. And they got this pale-faced dude. Here it is, the Ten Commandments movie. And here it is, all you see is Edomite, 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 Edomite. Now, can some of these be Israelites? Of course. You know, we go by the Spirit, just not by the we go by the Spirit. You know, but how's Esau? But how do we sit up here and what's a trait of Esau? Hey, he's a red man. He's red all over. These Edomites, but they call themselves so-called white people when they not. Ain't no such thing. But look at this. All this, every character in here, with the exception of that dude Woody. That's funny, Woody Strode. But either way it goes, every character, crazy. And then here it is, you go to Noah. And like I said before, even though I think I think Russell Crowe is a Jake. But look at the movie. Look at the movie. Oh, they depict everybody as a pale-faced dude, man. But here, I'm finna sit up here and go. I'm finna grab one more scripture. This is what is it? First Maccabees. Yeah, I had it already pulled up, but First Maccabees chapter. I'm just gonna go. This First Maccabees 3:48. That's what these damn devils do. And lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. You know, these goddamn devils, man. These Edomites. Paint the likeness. Here it is. You open up our Bible, and then you want to sit up here and put your goddamn picture, the paint the likeness of your fake ass gods, JC, and all these. Here it is. But you want to put your faces in them. You want to paint them a pale face, pale flesh. Here it is. You got when you look up. Matter of fact, hey, but before I even get to that, let me read this again. First Maccabees 3:48, and lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. And that's what these damn devils do. They got God as a pale face. They got our big brother Yahushai, who they ignorantly call JC, as a pale face. They got the angels as pale face. And when you look up on, let's just go right to it. Look up God. Matter of fact, you know what? God. Search. Let's go to the images. And look how they got this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this nonsense, this wicked ass shit. This is what you put in here, and this is what you get. Some bullshit. And you got little babies around. What the fuck is this shit, man? Full of shit, man. These motherfuckers gonna pay for this, man. Let's look at the angels. Let's just go to the angels. Let's just look it all up. Images. Look at this shit. Every time you look up, look at this bullshit. Nonsense. And this devil gonna pay for this shit, man. You gonna sit up here and pay for this shit. This motherfucker devil about to pay dearly for all this shit he's done. But that's E for you. That's E. Let me sit up here and see. There was something else I want to sit up here and grab. Salakia, brothers. I had another scripture in my mind. And it kind of escaped me right now. Salakia. I had a scripture in my mind right now, and it escaped me. You know what? I can't think of it. It was I had a scripture in my mind, and right now it's escaping me, Salakia, about that. But with that, hey, look, but that's what this damn devil does. This motherfucker sit up here. He don't want to be who he is. He hide himself. He don't want to be. These devils don't want to admit that they the Edomites. Point blank, period. But you can't escape who you are. You can't escape that what's about to happen to your ass. Point blank, period. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Anya Habatam Akim. Shalom.